Hey, I'm John Cristani. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to do public speaking and not get nervous. Public speaking is a great way to make lots of money, is all we know. And I'm going to be going over 5 specific things that you can do to allow yourself to not get nervous. I never liked public speaking personally. So I'll be going over exactly what to do. I'll be going over also how to make money from this in this video towards the end. So keep watching. Check it out. I love this money gun. So 5 ways to not get nervous if you're looking to get into public speaking. Now, public speaking can be useful for a lot of things. First off, you have to understand building a personal brand. Your brand is going to go everywhere with you, okay? No matter what. You can't get rid of yourself. You can't get rid of your body. Until we do, the Neuralink and all this stuff where we can download and upload our brains and other bodies, that's not probably in the near future, but you're going to carry yourself everywhere. And no matter what, doing public speaking, whether you are pitching consumers, whether you are pitching businesses, whether you are pitching investors, those are the 3 people you'll be pitching, only one of those, or all 3 of them. To build your business, you are going to need to speak in front of people, and if you want to be successful, you're going to have to speak in front of groups of people at various times, I'm sure. So let's go over these 3 ways that you can not get nervous public speaking. Now, one thing that I think is really useful to think about, you might get nervous if you just see a huge crowd of 500 people in front of you. Like right now, I'm speaking to Alicia, who's behind the camera. But really, in reality, I'm speaking to maybe 10,000 people that are my YouTube audience, or whatever it is. If I thought about 10,000 people in front of me, or if I was in a stadium and I was speaking to 10,000 people, that would get scary. I try not to think about that. I never talk like you all. I talk to you. I talk to one person. So think of it as one-to-one. If you think of it as a one-to-one conversation, you'll be a lot more successful. I do this in emails too, right? So like this is just standard email copywriting practice is you're not speaking to the masses, you're speaking to one person 10,000 times. Okay, so think of it like that because each person is getting talked to by you. So it's just a conversation. Don't make it all weird. Don't think you have to say things in a weird way. Just be normal, be your normal self. Now, number 2 is slow down. A lot of people speak very fast when they're public speaking. And I naturally speak a little fast. I'm from California, not New York. New Yorkers speak really fast. But people want to just try to get everything out. They say, okay, and the statistics show that you're going to make a lot of money doing this, and the bar chart shows up and to the right on the economics, and the bar chart shows up and right in the cultural trends, and the bar, people want to get everything out. They're worried they're going to forget something. You might be worried you're not going to be interesting. And speaking fast is kind of, usually I think where it comes from is like lack of confidence. It's that you believe that people are just going to tune out, so you have to get all your words out to keep people interested. You can slow down. You don't need to speak really fast. Simplify things. If you think that what you're saying isn't interesting, then simplify it. Speak with less words. If you have too much to say, simplify it. Speak with less words. Number 3, look at this. Structure. You notice how I use a lot of bullet points in my thing, and I always kind of organize what I'm talking about in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or stuff like that. Structure is good for everyone. Structure is good for you. Structure is good for me. Structure is good for just general understanding, right? So I always structure what I'm talking about because otherwise it can turn into a long ramble. And it also gives the audience that you're talking to, the people, gives them something to glom on to. To expect 2 more things, and you know to expect a bonus at the end because I said it. But it's a way of what we call in marketing parlance future pacing. Now, future pacing is giving people an idea of what's to come, because if people have an understanding of what's going to come in the future, they will wait, or they will look forward to that particular thing. They know that something maybe special is coming, like that bonus I'd mentioned in the very beginning, the method of using public speaking to make money. So I'm keeping people hooked. I give people a hook, a reason to watch, but I put in little hooks, put in a big hook towards the end. So I want to hook in the beginning to keep people watching, and I want to hook at the end to make people want to watch to the entire end. Now, number 4 is big word here, non-attachment, okay? Don't be tied into any particular outcome. If you have a particular outcome, if you're thinking to yourself, I want these people to buy my shit. I want these people to buy my stuff. I want these people to buy my stuff. You're attached to an outcome, and you're gonna beat yourself up. You're like, you'll see somebody leave your presentation, or you'll see your watch time on YouTube is too low, and you'll be like, they hate it. They don't like me. I suck. Don't be attached to an outcome. The more you're attached to an outcome, the more you're gonna fail. Now check this out. Let's say I was at a bar or something, and I wanna approach a pretty lady, right? And I'm walking up to this pretty girl, and all I'm thinking of is, I want to get this chick in bed. Jeez, she is so hot. Look at that body. And I mean, there's a midget woman, but maybe I'm into midgets. So I come up, and I am like, oh my gosh. I'm trying to talk to her, and I'm trying to say, hey, can I get your, I'm trying to use some pickup line I learned. Like, can you tell me your opinion on this? Is this guy single, or is he dating one of those girls on either side of him? Something like that. I'm like, this is a picture my buddy just posted, and I need a female opinion. Well, I don't know, some pickup line I learned, right? And I can't get the line out, I'm speaking too fast, and she leaves me, right? If I'm so attached to the outcome, that's not gonna work because I was attached to the outcome. Whereas if I just go up to her and say, hey, what are you doing here? And it's like, what you doing here? Or so, if I'm not attached, there's a coolness and a confidence that successful people air when they walk into a place. There's a coolness and a confidence. And if you're attached to an outcome, you will not be exuding that coolness and confidence. So be non-attached. This is the hardest thing. That's why I kind of spend a little bit of time on that. Do not be attached. And same thing in business. So you're not going to have the results you want in business if you are not cool, confident, non-attached, right? It's hard, right? It's kind of like a catch-22, chicken egg thing. Last but not least is you need practice. Practice, practice, practice. Practice all the time, because the more you practice, the better you'll get. The more you speak to people, the better you will be. Now, I do a lot of YouTube videos, and I'm speaking to people all the time. I see their reaction. I see people say, they'll call me like, you C-word, N-word, Jew, or you not, C-word, N-word, Nazi. I get both. I've also gotten ginger Nazi Jew. And like, I could take it personally, but I move through it. I just practice a lot, and I get better, and I check out, look at all my metrics on YouTube, and as my audience has grown, things change, but I look at my metrics and I figure out what works, what doesn't, what do I say, how do I edit, all that stuff, right? YouTube's a little different. And one good place to speak is meetup groups, Eventbrite groups. Make friends with event organizers in your area. Help them out, offer to speak, offer to hype them up. In business, I was going to a meetup or an event every single day. And I remember I was talking to some of these presenters at some of these like marketing conferences or these marketing meetups or events. And I said, hey, you're really making money doing this? Like, is that work? How do you do that? Like, you didn't explain like this, this, and this. How do these dots connect? And then eventually I'd kind of find out, he's just trying to pitch people. He's just trying to sell something, from the presentation area. I wanted to get more into anything. So I said, well, will you tell me more of your secrets or will you tell me more stuff or connect me with more things or show me more stuff if I'll help you out somehow? I started helping out my friend Gary, who ran this was back in 2009. I'd be his hype man. I would introduce him. I'd talk for about 15 minutes in the beginning, and then I'd hand it off to him and make him look really cool. Because if he just introduced himself, you don't look that cool. Whereas if somebody else introduces you, you look a lot better. So I was his hype man. One of the best ways I think to make money doing public speaking is, I haven't done much like live public speaking, but I actually view YouTube as a public speaking forum. This video itself is a sort of public speaking, but not totally, right? There's editing involved, there's cuts, it's a lot different. We're not interacting live. I'm not interacting with you live. But what you can do, and where there's a huge opportunity on YouTube, is live streaming. I think people really underestimate the value of live streaming and just how important that can be and how much money you can make doing that. Not a lot of people are doing that, and that is public speaking on the internet. can't edit that. You have to react to the audience. People are writing in their comments as you speak. So practicing doing that, maybe once a week you do a live stream on your YouTube channel if you're trying to get into this. And interacting with an audience live, go on Periscope, go on Facebook Live. There are a couple different other mediums where you can live stream and you can start getting good at public speaking, interacting with the audience, because they're going to catch you off guard. I do a lot of webinars. I have an audience, you need an email list, you need all this stuff, but I do a lot of webinars, and I have to interact with the audience live. I have to explain to people a concept, I have to sell people a product, but I have to interact with people live during that process and address questions or concerns or whatever's going on. So very useful skill. There's very easy ways that you can start practicing it, and it will make you very successful. One of my students, Ahsan Habib, I'll have my editor link to his testimonial video. He's made hundreds of thousands of dollars doing affiliate marketing. He's very successful. He went through my course, the Super Affiliate System. I think he went through Super Affiliate System version 2. We update it every year. But Ahsan, he is now very prolific and very famous. He's spoken at a couple events in Bangladesh, which is a country of about the same number of people as America. Very small country, but it's the same number of people as America. And he's a celebrity in Bangladesh because of his success. People have just flocked to him because they don't have many people to model in that country. It's one of the poorest countries in the world. Now, if you're looking to learn more about how to do YouTube and how to get into that and start building an audience, I suggest you check out my video, how to make money with YouTube 6 easy tips. Very good video. I posted back in October 15th. It's a great video. Check it out and learn how to become a better YouTuber. I'll link to that at the end of this video. I release a lot of new free traffic methods, and those are, you want to hop on those as fast as those videos are released and implement them, because when those methods are hot, they're hot, and you want to implement them right away to make that big money. Looking forward to seeing you in future videos. And if you got something from this video, let me know which one was the most helpful. Was it understanding, speaking to people one-on-one as opposed to speaking to a group, speaking slow, having structure, non-attachment, or just practicing and how to do that? Let me know in the comments which one was most helpful, and I will talk to you soon. As always, have a good day. See ya.